All of you look at your textbook, children. In the unit number 4, you will have one poem. Which is that poem? The Song of India. Let us say about the poem Song of India. Students, the poem Song of India is written by V.K. Gokak. Vinayaka Krishna Gokak, he was one of the famous poet in Kannada. The Song of India is in the form of a dialogue between the poet and our motherland India. Students, in this poem the poet wants to present glorious picture of the past and also wishes to praise India's natural beauty. He wonders what he should sing for his motherland. Dear students, the highlight of the poem is that what the response of the Mother India, what we get in this poem, because here the poet wants to describe or present the positive aspects of our country, but Mother India wants to concentrate on the negative factors. Here the response of the Mother India is really a thought provoking moment for all of us. We will have a wonderful message at the end of this poem. Students, now let us have short introduction with the poet V.K. Gokak, Vinayaka Krishna Gokak.
Vinayaka Krishna Gokak was one of the popular writers in the official language of Karnataka, that is Kannada. He was also a scholar in English as well as Kannada literature. He was born on 9th August 1909 and died on 28th April 1992 in Bengaluru. He was awarded with Jnanapith Award in 1990 for Bharata Sindhu Rashmi in the Kannada language. It is one of the epics of Vedic age, which is the largest narrated epic in the 20th century. He was also awarded the Padma Shri Award for the same from the Indian government for the famous writings of Tyava Prithvi. The famous writer studied literature from the Karnataka College based in Dharwad in Karnataka. Further to his studies, he also received first class honours degree from Oxford University. When he returned from Oxford University, he was made the principal of Wellington College, Sangli. Vinayaka Krishna Gokak was a learned writer in English as well as Kannada. He also had great respect for Dara Bendre, a Kannada poet. The famous writer was mentored by Dara Bendre during the beginning of his writing career. Dara Bendre also commented that if Gokak gave enough time and effort to his talent, then both Gokak and Kannada literature was going to have a brilliant future ahead. Gokak made various contributions in the field as a writer, some of which has been listed below. Bharata Sindhu Rashmi is the longest epic written in the century and it ran for approximately 35,000 lines. For this epic, he was honoured with India's highest literary award, Jnanapith, and doctorates from Pacifica University, USA and Karnataka University. Samarasave Jeevana is another famous novel written by the writer, which later, due to its publicity and demand, translated into English. This noble work was done by Yashodhara Bhatt, his daughter. This novel was titled The Agony and Ecstasy. Vinayaka Krishna Gokak also penned down some of the best poetries, that is Samudra Gitegalu, Urnabha, Tyava Prithvi, Abhyudaya, etc. The famous writer of the century has been the recipient of many awards as mentioned below. Honorary doctorates were offered from Karnataka and Pacific University, USA. Awarded with Sahitya Academy for Tyava Prithvi in the year 1961. He was honored with Jnanapith Award for his longest epic, Bharata Sindhu Rashmi, in the year 1990. Apart from this, on 9th August every year, Karnataka State hosts a series of literary events in the memory of a great writer and poet.
Now, students, all of you open your text, the poem Song of India. Now, I am going to recite the poem. All of you listen to it and also look into your textbook. What song shall I sing of you, my mother? I asked. Shall I sing of the Himalayas with their snow-born peaks? Of the three seas that wash your palm? Shall I sing of your clear dawn with its pure gold streaks? Said the mother, imperturbable, calm. Sing of the beggar, leper, that swarm my streets. Sing of the filth and the dirt that fall my sylvan retreats. What song shall I sing of you, my mother? I asked. Shall I sing of your rock-cut temples, epics in stone, of your children that died to call you their own, their very own? Of the seers and prophets that hewed the straight path for the man that pilgrims alone? Said the mother in indignant words that beat into my ears like gong, that flew about me a pitiful thing like great birds. Sing of the wrinkled face, indexing ignorance, sing of the helpless child born in a bleak, dark home. Nervous I yet would ask, deeming it my task, what song shall I sing of you, my mother, what song? Shall I sing of the dam and the lake, of steel mills, the shipbuilding yard, of the men that work hard to technologize, to put you on the page of the atomic age? Said the mother, of this you may sing, but sing also of the strikes, early and late, of iron men that come in their wake, of class war and its correlate. Querulous I said, is there no song that I can sing of you, heart whole and alloyed? A song bathed in the stainless blue and vaporing in the void. At that the mother rose, draped in blue sky, milk white oceans heaved round her. Their waves were the entrancing and enthroning light on which she sat and wrote book of morrow. Her forehead opened like earth's destiny, yielding the sun god. Cancelling all sorrow, it was clear dawn. Like a nightmare fled the night, and the sunbeam was as the hand that saves. Let us comprehend the poem, children. Look at the images. Look at the first picture. What is it? Can you guess? Yes, it's the image of the snow-capped Himalayan mountain peaks. It's just beautiful, no? It's not only beautiful, it also protects our country from enemies, and it is the one of the major unique features of our country. Look at the second picture, children. Here our country India is surrounded by the three oceans in the south. Which are these oceans? The Arabian Sea, the Bay of Bengal and the Indian Ocean. These two are the major or unique physical features, unique features of India, and the poet wants to describe the beauty of these two. And not only these two, again the poet wants to describe the beauty of clear dawn. You know the meaning of the word dawn, children? Munjane, kelidira? Munjane, dawn means munjane. The opposite of dawn is dusk. Munjane, mussanje. Okay? Here the poet asks whether he should sing of the beauty of clear dawn with its pure gold streaks. ಅಂದರೆ ಮುಂಜಾನೆ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಕಿರಣಗಳು ಹೊಂಗಿರಣ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ, ಆಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಭೂಮಿ ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಬಹಳ ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಯನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊಯೆಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹೊಗಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. So as a response to the question of the poet, the mother replies like this, children. Mother India tells him to sing of the beggars, lepers that swarm her streets and filth and dirt that fall in her sylvan retreats. And also look at the image, children. Have you seen these images anywhere? Have you visited the places in Karnataka, Badami, Aihole, Patatkallu? So when you visit there, you will see these type of carvings on the rocks. Okay? Here the poet asked the mother India what song could he sing for her. Whether he could sing of rock-cut temples, ಗುಹಾಂತರ ದೇವಾಲಯಗಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ? Yes, rock-cut temples. Here the poet is calling rock-cut temples as epics in stone, of her children that died to call her their own. So here the poet is asking whether he could sing of rock-cut temples, epics in stone, or of her children. Here her children refers to the people or the freedom fighters who sacrificed their life for the sake of the country. So, regarding these two, the poet is asking whether he could sing it. And also the poet is asking again whether he could sing of the seers and prophets. ಸಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು ಅಂತ, ಅಂದರೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಶತಶತಮಾನಗಳ ಹಿಂದೆನೇ ಅವರು ಬರೆದಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕಾಲಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರವಾದಿಗಳು ಅಂಥೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಟ್ಸ್ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ದೇರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಬಲ್ ಲೆಸನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸಸ್ ಟು ದ ಕಾಮನ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಜನಸಾಮಾನ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಆಗುವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಸೊಸೈಟಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಬರಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೊಯೆಟ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ದ ಮದರ್ ರಿಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಇಂಡಿಗ್ನೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಮದರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಆಂಗ್ವಿಶ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ದ ಪೊಯೆಟ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಇಂಡಿಗ್ನೆಂಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ that to sing of people who are in misery due to their ignorance and to sing about the helpless children. ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅನಾಥ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮತ್ತು ಅಜ್ಞಾನದಿಂದ ಬಳಲ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಮಾಜ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂಥವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಯಾಕೆ ಬರಿಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಮದರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಪೊಯೆಟನ್ನು ಮರುಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಗೈನ್ ದ ಪೊಯೆಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ವೆದರ್ he could sing of the dam and the lake, of the steel mills, the shipbuilding yard, of the men that work hard to technologize, to put you on the page of the atomic age. Here poet is seeming slightly to change the topic. He has changed his topic from the natural beauty of India to the intellectual power of the men, because these are all man-made things, that is dam, steel mills, shipbuilding yards, technology, all these things. Here the poet tries to praise the efforts of the men here. To this question, the poet was answered by a wonderful vision. Here the Mother India is giving a solution for the questions of the poet through a vision. ಅಂದರೆ ವಿಷನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಮುನ್ನೋಟ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೊಂದು ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಸಿಕ್ತು. ಈ ಒಂದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೇಳಲಾಗಿ ಮದರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಒಂದು ವಿಷನನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಷನ್? A vision of a new bright future. In the vision he saw the mother rise gloriously draped in blue sky. The three milky white oceans moved with steady power. Their waves were entrancing and enthroning light on which she sat and wrote the book of morrow. She is giving solution for all the questions of the poet through the book. Which is that book? The book of the morrow. She foresaw a new destiny, a new bright future, like the bright sun god. Here the sun seems to be a solution for all the problems. How? Because the sun is the one who destroys the darkness with his powerful rays. This new future wiped out the sorrow of her people, and this new future will arrive as a clear dawn. In this new future, the sorrows and hardships of her people will flee like a nightmare. This new future in the form of a sun ray will act like a hand that saves her people. Look at the images, children. The mother is holding her child. She is protecting. She is giving a comfort, a secured feeling for the baby. Mother India promised that he will secure her children in a protective way. Observe these picture, children. The first image is the image of night, second one sun god, third one dawn. Here these three pictures represents something else. What is that? Here the night represents all sorrows of the people, and sun god represents the helping hands that saves their life, and clear dawn represents the bright future, calmness and good things. Okay children, now we shall move to the next segment, that is new words. Here are some new words. The first word is class war. The meaning of the class war is conflict between the privileged and underprivileged. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಗಗಳ ಸಂಘರ್ಷ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಆ ರೀತಿ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ. ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಪುಟ್ full stop to the class war and bring harmony in a society. The next word is swarm, which means crowd. A swarm of ants moving busily. So like this you can use it. Usually to express the group of insects we use this word. The next word is Sylvan retreats. Sylvan retreats which means a place of seclusion in deep woods. The usage of the word will be like this: they lived in a sylvan retreat. Here is the next word, children, put on the page. Put on the page, which means to get recognition. The wonderful feat helped to put Hima Das on the page globally. ಅಂದರೆ ಜಾಗತಿಕ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಸರನ್ನು ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ಅಂತ, ಫೇಮಸ್ ಆಗೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಆ ರೀತಿ. ಐರನ್ ಮೆನ್ refers to hard working people. Iron men are the backbone of the society, isn't it children? Wholeheart, which means complete. I wholeheartedly accept your ideas. ಅಂದರೆ ಮನಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, so we use this word. Heaved, which means moved with power. He heaved the luggage onto his shoulder. Observe the picture, children. The man is taking the luggage with power, with energy. Querulous, which means complaining. Forgive me for sounding querulous. Students, as an Indian, we should feel proud about India's natural beauty, cultural heritage, ancient wisdom, glorious freedom movement, industrial development. But at the same time, we should aware of the negative factors also. Which are those negative factors, negative aspects that we are suffering today? You know, illiteracy is the biggest problem, illiteracy, and environmental degradation, ignorance, unemployment, and different types of exploitations over the people. So these type of problems we are facing today, but we need a change. We need to give solution for all these problems. Okay. Now let's see a video that gives us a solution how we should play our role in our society.
Do you think you can bring about change in the country?
But I am not the government.
I'm tired of this country. I want to settle abroad.
But what can I possibly do?
Me? I don't know anything.
A nation that is rising needs people who can inspire change. Every small change which you think is meaningless makes a big difference. Get inspired. This Independence Day, let us pledge to be inspired, to make a difference and build our nation, our India. India needs you. India needs us, its citizens, to build a Swarna Bharat. Our nation will rise when we become the nation. One rising nation, a billion inspired citizens.
Okay children, now let us have a look at what we have learned so far. Okay, here are some questions children. The first question, identify the two speakers in the poem. What does the speaker want to sing about? Your answer should be like this. The two speakers in the poem are the poet V.K. Gokak and Mother India. And now the second question is for you children. What according to the poet is the contribution of the seers and prophets? Seers and prophets have contributed their valuable lessons and experiences to the common people. Third question children, what are epics? Why does the poet call the temples as epics on stone? Epics are derived from ancient oral tradition narrating the deeds and adventures of heroic or legendary figures or the past history of a nation. Rock cut temples are specially designed with the carvations of sculptures of our epic stories. Each and every carvation explains the heroic deeds of our Puranas. So, the poet calls the temples as epics on stones. Fourth question children, what does the poet mean by of your children that died to call their own? Of your children refers to the freedom fighters who sacrificed their life for the sake of the country to get rid of the foreigners. Let us have a look at the summary of the poem children. The Song of India by Vinayaka Krishna Gokak is in the form of a dialogue between the Mother India and the poet. The poet presents the glorious picture of the past of India and also presents India's natural beauty such as the snow-capped Himalayas, the three seas, the rock-cut temples, the dawn, the lakes, the shipbuilding yard and the steel mills. But Mother India tells him to sing a song of beggars, lepers who swam the streets. She asks him to sing for millions of people who work hard to earn money. The poet gets annoyed and asks why he couldn't sing any song wholeheartedly in her praise. Mother India rises on hearing his words, looking beautiful, draped in a clear blue sky with milky white oceans moving around her. She writes the Book of Morrow, in which she wants a glorious India where people don't suffer, where they were literate and not biased by caste and class systems. She wants India which is free from darkness of ignorance and which is full of the light of knowledge. Now, let us have a look at the rhyming words children. You will find these rhyming words in your text. You just look at your textbook. Here are some words. The first word peaks. The word peaks rhymes with streaks. Palm, calm. Streets, retreats. Stone, own, alone. You will get 3 words for this. Words, birds, ask, task. Yard, hard. Page, age. Late, correlate. Waves, saves. Light, night. Morrow, sorrow. These are the rhyming words. You just point out this in your text. Next thing is figure of speech. You already learnt what is figure of speech in the bridge course classes. Now, in this poem, you just have a look at the second stanza. There you will find this sentence of your rock cut temples, epics in stone. Here the poet is calling rock cut temples as epics in stone. Here which figure of speech we find? It is metaphor. You know what is metaphor? Metaphor is a figure of speech in which a thing is regarded as a symbolic representation of something else. Here the carvations on the rock cut temples represented epics. That is why the poet calling rock cut temples as epics in stone. And one more figure of speech you will find. Look at the sentence children. Said the mother in indignant words that beat into my ears like gong, that flew about me a pitiful thing like great birds. Here the poet is comparing the words of mother with these two words, that is like gong and like great birds. And you know children, what is simile? Simile is a figure of speech in which one thing is compared with the another thing of a different kind. Okay, that we call it as simile. So, in this poem mainly you will find this figure of speech, and we are moving to the last segment, that is home assignment. Here are the questions, children. I am giving you 4 questions. Number 1, what is the picture of India you get in stanza 1 of the poem? Second question, write in brief your vision of the future of India. Third question, write the summary of the poem Song of India. Fourth question, what do the night, the sun god and the clear dawn represent? At last, what is the message we get from this lesson, children? If we want to move in the progressive path, we should not only look at the positive aspects of life, we should also look at the negative factors or negative facts. This will make us to move in a progressive path. Okay, children? I think you got the point. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.